Джай Шри Матаджи, приветствую всех на нашей коллективной медитации. Давайте выполним протокол, низкий поклон нашей Божественной Матери. Пойдем к Кундалини Бандхан. Джай Шри Матаджи. Джай Шри Матаджи. Пропоем мантру для воды. Ом Твамева Сакшат Шри Самудра Девата Сакшат Шри Ади Шакти Матаджи Шри Нирмаля Девьей Намо Намаха. Все внимание внутри уже. Джай Шри Матаджи. Опускаем стопы в воду. Положим руку на сердце. Шри Матаджи, мы с самым глубоким уважением и любовью приглашаем вас на нашу коллективную медитацию. Шри Матаджи, пожалуйста, проведите нашу коллективную медитацию так, как считаете нужным. О Господи, дай нам полное удовлетворение в нашем сердце, радости в нашем сердце, блаженства в нашем сердце, так, чтобы весь мир стал наполненным блаженством. Дай нам любовь, любовь такую, чтобы мы могли любить весь мир, и чтобы весь мир стал единым в любви. Дай спасение, Мать, всему человечеству, которое страдает. Прими нас к Твоим лотосным стопам и очисти нас любовью Твоей. Джай Шри Матаджи. Внимание на Муладхару чакру. Помолимся Шри Ганеше. Ом Гам Ганапатае Намаха. Ом Гам, почтение Ганапати. О Божественная Мать, Ты Шри Ганеша, приветствие Тебе. Ты проявление первозданного главного. Ты один делаешь все. Ты один поддерживаешь Вселенную. Ты один разрушаешь. Ты поистине всепроникающий Брахман, высший дух. Ты проявление вечного. Слава Тебе во веки веков. Аминь. Шри Ганеш, мы хотим быть достойны Твоего внимания. Пожалуйста, сделай нас невинными так, чтобы мы находились в Твоем божественном внимании. Шри Матаджи, Ты кто и есть Шри Ганеша, пожалуйста, сделай нас невинными и чистыми, сделай нас мудрыми и проницательными. Шри Матаджи, пожалуйста, благослови нас и качествами Шри Картикеи. Шри Матаджи, истинно Ты та, кто убивает дьяволов. Пожалуйста, разрушь все зло, созданное людьми. Джай Шри Ганеша, Джай Шри Матаджи. И поклоняемся Шри Ганеше.
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभ
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिः समप्रभ
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा
निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
ॐ समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीगणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः। ॐ त्वमेव साक्षात् श्रीगणेश साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देवी नमो नमः।
ओंकारं बिन्दुसंयुक्तं नित्यं ध्यायन्ति योगिनः कामदं मोक्षदं चैव ओंकाराय नमो नमः। वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव शुभकार्येषु सर्वदा। या कुन्देन्दु तुषारहारधवला या शुभ्रवस्त्रांता या वीणावरदण्डमण्डितकरा या श्वेत पद्मासना
या ब्रह्माच्युत शङ्कर प्रभृतिभिः दिव्यैः सदा वन्दिता सा मां पातु सरस्वती भगवती विशेष जाड्या
शान्ताकारं भुजगशयनं पद्मनाभं सुरेशं विश्वाधारं गगनसदृशं मेघवर्णं शुभाङ्गम्
लक्ष्मीकान्तं कमलनयनं योगिभिर्ध्यानगम्यं वन्दे विष्णुं भवभयहरं
गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे कर्पूरगौरव करुणावतारम् कर्पूरगौरव करुणावतारम् संसारसारं भुजगेन्द्रहारम् सदा वसन्तं हृदयारविन्दे भवं भवानी सहितं नमामि। या देवी सर्वभूतेषु शक्तिरूपेण संस्थिता
नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो
देवी सर्वभूतेषु शान्तिरूपेण संस्थिता
नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु क्षमारूपेण संस्थिता
नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
या देवी सर्वभूतेषु मातृरूपेण संस्थिता
नमस्तस्यै 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 नमो नमः
कस्तूरीतिलकं ललाटपटले वक्षस्थले कौस्तुभम् नासाग्रे नवमौक्तिकं करतले वेणुकरे
सर्वाङ्गे हरिचन्दनं सुललितं कण्ठे च मुक्तावली गोपस्त्री परिवेष्टितो विजयते गोपाल चूडामणि
मङ्गलं भगवान् विष्णु मङ्गलं गरुडध्वजः मङ्गलं पुण्डरीकाक्षो मङ्गलायतनं हरिः सर्वमङ्गलमाङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी
स्तुते
ब्रह्मरूपे सदा परमानंद स्वरूपिणी रिद्धि सिद्धि प्रदे नारायणी
स्तुते शरणागत
शरणागत शरणागत दीनार्थ परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्ति हरे देवी नारायणी 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 नमोस्तुते 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 नारायणी नमोस्तुते
Three very old people came to see me in Haridwar. They said the same thing. Now, are you going to behave yourself or are you going to behave in a manner that is going to be detrimental to your progress in spiritual life? What are you going to do? It is for you to decide. If you have read few books, you cannot settle me into those books. You see, there is Yoga Shastra. Now take Yoga Shastra. Now, yesterday he told you there is Sattvic Yoga Shastra. This. What should a Yoga Shastra for me? What is it? Did Rama read any books or Krishna read any books that I am going to read any books? Am I going to use this Yoga Shastra? You see, this is for people, for human beings who have to climb up. I know everything, so why should I worry about these things? I have to just pull you out, that's all. I know all the job. The person who knows the job doesn't have to do this. And it comes to this that I have to tell you these things. You yourselves should realize that if Mataji is doing like that, just by chitta. Now see, today there was, I'll tell you a case. Yesterday they told me about somebody who is a brother, Aples Bhavna, who drinks too much. And he is in Goa. I said, what to do? How can he come? He came today. He came just by that. Just it is my attention, you see. If you put anything to my attention, it just works. I don't have to bother. It is something like a human being can lift this. Now an ant will say, how did you lift it? I mean, it is possible for a human being to lift that thing. And for me, it is easy to lift your kundalinis and to do all these miscellaneous things like that. Because it is my attention. My attention. Chitta, my attention itself is Anand. It is itself is bliss. And it is itself is a knowledge. I don't need any intelligence to know anything because I know everything in my head. There is all the libraries there. Now you have read one book. That fellow has found out something from somewhere. Now how am I to tell you how this madman has found out something from where somewhere? And how did he find in darkness? What did he find? He might have found somebody's leg and must be thinking it is somebody's hand. Now for a person like me, it is so difficult to go to every person. Anybody who has read a book there, a sentence here will come down. I said, now leave it now. You want your realization, come along, have it. And then the greatest problem is all this is love. I'm just a form of love. That's all. It's nothing but love. It's just love. You see, which expands, gives you vibrations. Again, this is back, expands. It goes in a parabole like that. What we call the pradakshina of a Shakti. You are seeing what is Shakti? Shakti is this thing is a parabole. And now Einstein is talking about parabole. We had a parabole long time back here. We knew it was Shakti. You can explain all your science and everything. And this life I learned English language and little bit of science and the psychologists and all that. But the psychologists are so one-sided people. Yoga Shastras are so one-sided people. Now they do not match each other. I am telling you the basic principle between the two. Both are human efforts. I am a different person. Now what should I do if I am like that? How can I become like you? I mean, if I know how to come up, how should I become like a little baby and say, oh no, I must crawl up so gradually? I am an old woman of thousands of years, so I know everything. You are still little baby, so how can I become like you? See, it's a simple thing. And today is the day I thought I better tell you about it, that you just don't worry about things, how I do things. I really do it, I cure people. Oh, here is a gentleman, a heart patient asked. Even before I met him, he got quite cured and I cured him. There are so many people here who will say that. हजारों उदाहरणं देतील. आम्ही माताजींना नुसतं सांगितलं. Why? The person who asked me the question you asked me. He has a friend who is a Frenchman, and the Frenchman asked me a question about the Western life. So I didn't answer it, I started saying something else. He's a very intelligent boy, this Rajesh. So Rajesh said, you see, Mataji has not answered your question. That means she has recorded it and it will act. Because in his case it has acted. So God, whatever He has done, it is for your good. He has given you ego and super ego not to get spoiled and finish. Now you can't blame God for that. Supposing God has given you light to go that way. He has told you now take an independent light to find out that. And if you start burning yourself with that light, what can God do? It is not God's mistake. Many people think that this ego is horrid. Ego you must have. Ego you must have. You are not to fight with your ego. Only thing is your ego should become one with that, of course. That's all. It's a very simple thing. If you just become one with that God, now supposing this has an ego, how can I talk on this? I'll say something, it will say something. But if it has no ego, its ego has become one with my saying, then it carries my voice, it carries my sayings, everything. It is so simple. What is so much complicated? When people start telling me about big things, I really get a fright. I said, what is so complicated? It is like, you see, somebody wanted to know how do we make puris, you see. So a foreigner had come, a lady. So she learned to know how you make puris, this thing. And one lady just tried to make fun of the whole thing. She said, we make one roti here, one roti there. Then we put it one on top of another. And then all sorts of things. And inside we put something just to make it bake. And then we blow it out with a funkni and all those things. So this poor lady, she said, that how are you making it just like this, coming up like that, you're putting in the current, it's coming up. I said, it is working out because it's a simple thing to do. But for her, she said, no, I was using a blowing in, because I thought that that's the only way you can do it. It is a simple thing for any housewife to create this thing. So, you see, when I hear all these big things about yoga, this, that, and I said, Baba, what are you doing now? It is very simple. It is a very simple thing, but you can't do it, is the point. So, I am here. Once you are awakened, once your light has come, you can do it also. Why not? And I have told Gagan Maharaj, when he started telling me why I cannot give realization to people like this, the way it is. I have gone so much and I have done so much of this thing. Ekala dila to kamat na gela and useless, and how are these people doing this? They will become very egoistical. I said, they will not. He said, how do you know? I said, they are made after the pattern of Sri Ganesh. Same powers they will have. Even with the finger moving, my sons can give realization. They can do it. Who are you to challenge and ask me? He kept quiet. He says, you are a mother, do what you please. But area gabaya se kaam na ve. I said, area gabaya na dete hi nahi. I am not giving to them. It is a fantastic thing. That's why, you see, it is rather difficult for people to understand. But anything like this has to be fantastic. And we have to prove the existence of God. We have to prove that He exists and He works. And all those people, Chaitanya Laharis and all that, talked about Kabira and Nanaka and Dheranda Samhita and all your yoga. I am going to prove it to you before. Have you ever seen any Kundalini pulsating before? I will show you the pulsation of a Kundalini. You have never heard that there are on the fingers anywhere the vibrations are coming, nothing. But you have felt it. Not only, but you can diagnose a person. You can tell a person what he is suffering from. You can cure a person. Now you will say, how is it possible? And somebody says, 10,000 years before, we never heard of these things. Everything must happen 10,000 years ago. Then why are we proceeding further? Better go back. What kind of an argument is this? After all, we have discovered going to the moon. Then we never say, why did we go to moon? You see, such simple questions. There we do not. But we have to know that somebody is searching inside for you. And I have found it out. I have visited all these Rakshasas also. I have visited all these gurus. All of them. Very nicely, be fooling them. And I try to find out what are they up to. Now I also know their tricks. I know what they have done to you, and that's how I can correct. So I have studied all the permutations and combinations and everything. Everything of Kundalini, whatever is possible. Because, it's not so simple with human beings. They are very easily can be persuaded. They can be enticed. They can be hypnotized. I cannot be hypnotized. But you can be very easily hypnotized. Anybody can hypnotize you like that. I have seen thousands of people getting hypnotized, taking out their clothes, dancing, jumping. I have seen some people just making all kinds of faces like this, like that, all sorts of things. It can be done. And the hypnosis is so much that when they come before me also they start doing that. They just get into the hypnosis because they are used to it. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. You just become Mr. Hyde and Dr. Jekyll is lost. You become that. It's very common. So for you, it is wise to understand that I know all these things and I will tell you everything. I have got it for you specially. And I know all the permutations and combinations. You don't have to do any research about it. No money is needed to be spent. Still, you see, there are people who have been with me for 7 years. Still they are saying, Mother, every time you say something, we have to learn. This is this, this is that, this is combination, that is combination. Everything, even 5 lives will not be sufficient for you to know a little bit about this knowledge. So why worry about these research and things? Just listen to me and use your hands and learn and discover also for yourself that this is the truth. And don't listen to everyone. Third person coming round the corner, somebody selling the pan there will tell you, Are Tya Mataji to Ashok hai. That. As if we have no brains at all. You see? So you should not listen to rumors. You are special people. By God's grace, you have got vibrations, which is a very big thing. Those who haven't got will also get it. I would request you every day, you have to sit on the water for 7 days to see that you are cleared out now after realization. And also later on, whenever you are tired, it's better that's a bath for you. Every day do that treatment to yourself. It's a bath. You cleanse yourself because you gather. I do not gather. Nothing happens to me, but it happens to you. So you must have a bath in the night. Take out all the problems on that water. Throw it up. Water with salt is a sea which takes away all your problems. So try to do that. And there are so many ways we can use Akasha, we can use Prithvi. There are people, they can tell you, they know. I have told them that 5-6 people should come here. We have a brain trust. They will be all sitting down here and talking to you. So next time when you come, if you have any problem, you can ask. Now maybe you are learned, but you can learn from them. Even person like Justice Vaidya told me that I must know more about Sahaja Yoga. So I said it is more practical than theoretical. And if he comes to the program, or if somebody can go to him, or he can work it out with his hand, gradually he will become a master of this, because as it is, he has knowledge. It will fit into it, as if the Ganges will flow into all the ditches or all the things that are made to receive the water, and it will just go and settle into it perfectly. Your reading is not going to be wasted, but you will know what is right, what is wrong. Now, if there is another question, for one question I have taken so much time because this was a very important question.
What do you mean by bath?
बात म्हणजे असं असतं की फोटो आमचा समोर ठेवायचा. आता फोटो हॅज अ व्हायब्रेशन्स, इज अ फॅक्ट. Also there are many things that have vibrations. For example, even this statue has got vibration. Even these two statues have, but not so much as they are from me. First of all, I am a living being. Another is that their proportions may be wrong because they are created by human beings, by their imagination. But the Swayambhu lingas, all of them have got. For example, now supposing you have a prostate gland problem. If you go to to any of these काय ना त्यांचं कुठे गेलो होतो आपण, कुठल्या त्या गणपतीला गेलो होतो, टिटवाळा नाही, रांजणगाव गणपती. See, I went there. It has complete vibrations. Titwala, because you see it is too much visited by people, so it gets clouded sometimes. But Ranjangaon I found still all right. But as soon as I say Ranjangaon, everybody will go to Ranjangaon and the Ranjangaon also will be there. Because after all, these are the special statues which have come out by Mother Earth. She has thrown them. Mother Earth thinks. She creates these things and she throws these things. And they give vibrations. So you take vibrations from them also. But my photograph is a photograph as a reality. रामाचा काही फोटो काढला नव्हता किंवा कृष्णाचा काढला नव्हता. आता ह्याच काळी जन्मला. Another thing is, you see, whatever I speak, because I am that, it is pranava flowing. It is actual pranava. Every talk, everything is a mantra going into. And when I just put my finger also into it, I found that my vibrations can be turned around. Even when I do like this, those who are realized can feel it. On their sahasrara, they can feel this. It's a fact. So why should it look so funny to people? काय बरं प्रश्न. If we see all this chakras here, each one, काय कसा बरं. बात याने विचारलं. It is a simple method. You put my photograph in a proper place, put a little light before it. Candle will do, or you can put a niranjan, whatever you like. Put both the hands towards the photograph. Now you put both the hands towards the photograph and feet in the water with a little salt. You can have little hot water, cold water, or warm water according to the need. Suppose you are suffering from cold, better to take a warm water. Put a little salt in it. Put your hands towards the photograph. You'll be amazed that the whole trouble will go away into the water. And you can throw away the water in the WC and you will be very much cured. Now this gentleman you asked, he did that. He had a heart attack. It was very serious. Everybody can do it. Now for Vishuddhi chakra, especially this chakra, another simple thing you can try is to put your right hand towards the photograph first and take out the left hand. Supposing you find the vibrations are flowing into it, then you put left hand towards the photograph and right hand outside. And you will be surprised that the whole thing will clear out this chakra very well. And if you keep your eyes open towards the photograph and put your hands like this, or sometimes like this on the Akasha, you will be surprised that your eyes can be improved very much with this. Mother Earth also, if you put your head on the Mother Earth, just touch her with your forehead and say, Mother, forgive me for touching you with my feet. And she is your grandmother. You ask for anything and you will get. They are all waiting to give you whatever you want. You can ask the help of Hanumana. You can ask the help of Ganesha. The other day the newspaper people told me there are two disciples of mine who are correspondents and they were going somewhere. And they had my photograph with them. They said it was so amazing that we were coming and while driving, our driver just bumped into a truck and we said we are all finished and we closed our eyes. When we opened our eyes, the truck was ahead and we were here. We didn't know how we were saved, all of us, and the driver had also closed his eyes. We didn't know how the truck went that side and how we were here. So, accidents are avoided, things can happen, and people have seen you live long and you have good health, everything is there. After all, we have jumped into the kingdom of God. Only thing is keep your seats all right for the time being. Then the whole thing will be lifted up like this into Satya Yuga. Already the Satya Yuga has started.
If we see all the 6 chakras near each one, there exists some or the other endocrine gland.
Endocrine.
Endocrine gland. What relation these chakras have with these glands?
No, endocrine glands are controlled by the chakras also. For example, now we can say Muladhara chakra controls this prostate, like that. Even the Ajna chakra controls pituitary and pineal, both of them. And that's how it controls the ego and superego. So it has a controlling effect on that very much. They are the growth agents of that. You see, for example, to control all the nature, God has fixed up these stars. Certain stars are there. 9 stars mostly, the 7 stars, as you know, and 2 more are placed there to control the universe and the everything. It is controlled through those points, and you know also it affects our physical material life. Planet.
Respected Mataji, please strengthen me in knowledge and show me more clearly the way. First, what are these vibrations? Into brackets, physiologically, scientifically, and spiritually. Second, where do they, that means vibrations, come from? From you, cosmos, or atmosphere? What way do the vibrations benefit us? What are the do's and don'ts for Sahaja Yogi?
Very good question. Very good. Who has asked the question? Very good. First question is about what are these vibrations. I told you yesterday that in our heart there is a flicker of light which is burning all the time, which is the Atma, which is the reflection of Paramatma in our heart. In short, I'll tell you, the details I will not. Now what happens, the Kundalini rises. She opens the Brahmarandha. And there is the seat of the Sadashiva, the Pitha. It's the Pitha is here, but Shiva is in the heart, reflected as the Atma. This is the Pitha. And the Pitha is created, you see, because the Pitha receives the subtle. You see, it receives the subtle energy which is all pervading the gross. Inside all the pervading, for example, this collects my voice. Voice is a subtle energy which is collected through this. Here now we have all kinds of pictures and all kinds of music going on. But if you have a radio, it can capture. In the same way, the pithas are in the brain, and the pitha of the Sadashiva is higher up here, which is opened out so that the subtle, the sukshma in the gross passes into our heart through a very subtle channel. And just like a gas light, it has a flicker, and when the gas opens out, the prakasha comes. Now the vibrations are that prakash flowing through us. These vibrations start flowing through us. Now what do I do? You will say, Mataji, what do you do? I do nothing, but I just try to give you that force, which is we can say, the gas power. That is the gas power. Because the Kundalini knows that when I am before you, she rises, she opens out, and it starts flowing. It is flowing through me throughout, but unless and until you are subtle, you cannot feel it, and you have it. It is, you can say, that I am like a you can say that I am the finite in the infinite, or you can say the infinite in the finite. Karaka? Infinite into the finite, and also the finite into the infinite. I am both. Karaka? So the energy that is emitted into all the subtle energy is passing through me. It's the Virat. From the Virat say, the whole thing is passing. It is going into the all-pervading, it is all-pervading, everybody, everywhere it is going. Even it is in a cell, in everything, in the carbon atom it is there, into all atoms and all arrangements it is working. It's the subtle energy that is emitted through me. When you become subtle, you become like a radio, you start receiving it too. Now how will you know what is correct, what is incorrect? You ask the subtle, and the subtle answers you, and you get the answers on your hand. It is like this. So these are the vibrations which you receive from the all-pervading power. And the all-pervading power is emitted out, and you receive it from me or from the all-pervading. It's just the same from everywhere. These are the vibrations. But the self-realization means, which is a very subtle point which you try to understand now, that it is so far is an unconscious for you. Your Atma is in the unconscious. It is not in your awareness. It is in the Acheta. It is in your unconscious. Means it is in the Acheta. You are not yet chetit about it. You are not aware of it. Alright? But once you are realized, it starts flowing into your awareness. Means you start feeling it in your central nervous system. Because your central nervous system is your Chetana, is your awareness. The human awareness is nothing but his central nervous system. But his central nervous system starts feeling now the vibrations, the light of the Atma through it. So that this is why it is known as Samadhi. Samadhi means the unconscious. When the unconscious becomes the conscious, it is called as Samadhi. So people think Beshuddha hone. Beshuddha nahi. It means you become aware of the unconscious. Not only that, but first you become Nirvichar, then Nirvikalpa, and then a complete self-realization. So the Samadhi is a great confusion. Samadhi just means an universal unconscious. It means a universal unconscious. And unconscious झाला म्हणजे बेशुद्ध झाला असं आपलं मराठीत भाषांतर करून टाकलं किंवा संस्कृत आहे ते कोणी कोणी करत असतील तर माहिती आहे. बेशुद्ध होणे नाही असं म्हणता येईल. शुद्ध शब्दापासून घेता येईल आपल्याला की चेतन शब्द ठीक आहे, कारण शुद्ध जर चेतना झाली, शुद्ध म्हणजे चेतना झाली तर अचेतन म्हणजे जे चेतित नाही ते बेशुद्ध नाही. बेशुद्ध तुम्ही सबकॉन्शियस मध्येही होता, बहुतेक सबकॉन्शियस मध्ये जाणवतं. बेशुद्ध होणं म्हणजे सबकॉन्शियस. इफ यू आर unconscious in the sense, now supposing somebody gives you an injection or you take a drug, you become unconscious. Means what? You go into subconscious or into supraconscious. But this is a super consciousness. And super consciousness is all pervading, sarvavyapi, sukshma. Yesterday what he told you about 3 types of sadhanas, sattvic and rajasic and tamasic. Tamasic goes to the left side, means into the subconscious and collective subconscious, connected with the libido on the left hand side. And right side is the supraconscious, connected with the Pingala Nadi, which is the willpower as you call it, and connected with the supraconscious side. Goes to the collective supraconscious. Dev and all these people are sitting that side. Dev, Devtas, and these are officers. These Ganas are on this side, on the top. And all those who fail into that, they go into hell. But the center is the superconscious. For the Sushumna, the human beings rise above the superconscious. They gradually start becoming more and more aware. They have the same body. For example, if you look at a cell of the brain, it's the same as a cell of a fat globule, but there is a difference. So the difference start taking, and by the time you open out from here, then there is even a greater dimension to that cell, your brain, that it starts receiving the vibrations and can understand it. And then even is a greater in Nirvikalpa, you get another dimension, where you have no doubts, you are knowledge. And the last is the self-realization, where you are just in joy, complete in joy, no problems. You do not catch, nothing happens. I would say our Vaidya Sahib is very much near self-realization, very much near. The way he got his self-realization itself is remarkable, because he felt 2 ice things coming into him and melting out, but he doesn't catch, I told him about somebody, he said, I know he is no good, he is a tamasic fellow, but let him go according to his karmas, Mataji, what to do. You see, he doesn't catch, but you people will catch. आता दुसरा प्रश्न, फिजियोलॉजिकल काय काय विचारलं तुम्ही? फिजियोलॉजिकल यू कॅन फील इट ऑन द हँड, यू कॅन फील ऑन द फिंगर्स. ते मराठीचं पुस्तक वाचा, त्याच्यात सगळं बारीक दिलेलं आहे. नंतर कोणतं सोशिओलॉजिकल, सायंटिफिकल. आता सायंटिफिकली म्हणजे काय सांगायचं याच्यात, आता मला सांग. त्यात सायन्स नाही सांग. सायन्स म्हणजे असं की सायंटिफिकली यू कॅन से द पॅरासिम्पॅथॅटिक गेट्स ऍक्टिव्हेटेड, यू गेट द कंट्रोल ऑफ द पॅरासिम्पॅथॅटिक. You jump into the unconscious, the universal unconscious. These are the 2 points you can say. No. What is the spiritually मी सांगितलं.
Where do the vibrations come from?
From everywhere. I am the emitting force. All right, accepted.
What way do the vibrations benefit? What way?
Now this is the vital force of life. You see, it gives you a complete balance. It corrects your physical being, it corrects your mental being, it corrects your emotional being, it gives you a complete spiritual oneness with God, and it integrates you completely. I mean, as far as I am concerned, I have no pashyatap. I don't understand what is pashyatap. I don't understand what is temptation. I don't understand these things, because I am completely one with myself. Every finger I move, every hand I move, everything I do, it means something. I have to do. I mean, it is done without thinking, but there's a big thought behind it. It is done because I say, ha. I say, ha. I say, ha. Ha means there's a noose in it. There's a formation of a circle which works. Now, it's difficult, my mechanism is different from yours. So, I can't explain what I do, because you don't have those mechanics within you. But it is like that. Even saying who, ha, hey, all these are tremendous words. They create a kind of a force and a kind of a whirlwind, we can say, a kind of a formation things, in which it engulfs all the bad things that are there, or all the Rakshasas and all those things, and can pull them out. Now I gave it in the matka, just I put my breath in that. It's pranava itself, complete. And that pranava, you see, in the night, when they will be sleeping, will come out. and take out all these things gradually and bind them and put them inside. You have seen many mad people are cured like this, but to look at it looks like matka. And people say, what is this Mataji sending matka and this and that. And I have told you about the civil surgeon of Ahmedabad, what happened to him. He told me, I can do all these nonsensical things. He was so angry. You want me to befool me? I can't listen to all this. I said, all right, you go ahead. I don't say. And he had become a little bit loony here. I said, all right, I don't say. All right, don't bring matka. And third day when I was giving a lecture, he was coming there with such a big matka on his head. So I said, doctor, after the lecture, I couldn't help laughing. After the lecture, I said, why did you bring such a big matka? I had not asked you to bring such a big matka. I had asked you to bring such a small matka. He said, Mataji, your Maya. That's how you have killed my ego completely. Because in the market, there was no small matka available. Only this big one was available. So I had to bring such a big matka, and he was walking through the whole thing, I was looking at him and I didn't know where to look. I said, look at the civil surgeon. And that convinced people. अहो म्हणजे हा सिव्हिल सर्जन एवढा मोठा मडकं घेऊन माताजींकडे चालला, म्हणजे याच्यात भूत आहे का रेडा आहे म्हणे. Poor civil surgeon, but he is a very good man and he is cured, thank God. So it is like this. Then he retired also after that, and he is a very good Sahaj Yogi still. So it doesn't matter. You know, these things are not important. If mother says, all right, matka ta matka. कृष्णाने मडकी फोडली, अर्थ आहे, प्रत्येक गोष्टीला अर्थ आहे. तो सगळं सांगतेच मी तुम्हाला, तो ऐका तुम्ही. मी सगळा सहयोग इन गोकुळ सांगितलेला आहे त्या दिवशी, तो ऐका. मजेदार आहे सगळं, की कसा कृष्णाने का तोडलं, त्याला काय.
तुझे रूप पाहुनिया तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो. तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो. आई तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो. तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो. तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो. तुझे रूप पाहुनिया हो, तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो. आई तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो. तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो. आई मी धन्य झालो. तूच माऊली आमची तुझ्या सावलीत आलो. तूच माऊली आमची तुझ्या सावलीत आलो, तुझ्या चिंतनी मी रंगुनी समाधीस्थ झालो, तुझ्या चिंतनी मी रंगुनी समाधीस्थ झालो, तुझ्या चरणाची धूळ कपाळी मिळालो, तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो, तुझे रूप पाहुनिया, तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो, आई तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो, तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो, आई मी धन्य झालो. निर्मळ असे तेज साक्षात प्रकाशाची ज्योत, प्रकाशाची ज्योत, निरानंदाची तू आड, प्रेमाची दोर आम्ही मोठ, निरानंदाची तू आड, प्रेमाची दोर आम्ही मोठ, तुझ्या दर्शनाने आई साक्षात अमृत मी प्यालो, तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो, तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो, तुझे रूप पाहुनिया, तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो, आई तुझे रूप पाहुनिया मी दंग झालो, तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो, तुझे नाम घेता घेता मी धन्य झालो, आई मी धन्य झालो, आई मी धन्य झालो, आई मी धन्य झालो.
Что прошептал на ухо Бог каждому знаку зодиака? Одна легенда гласит, что однажды на рассвете Бог собрал 12 детей, 12 типов, и каждому прошептал его предназначение. Вот в чем заключается главный секрет жизни каждого знака зодиака. Тебе, Овен, я дарую обязанность всегда и везде быть лидером, вести народ за собой и зажигать в сердцах людей огонь. Иди к своей мечте, исполняй желания и вдохновляй людей. Ты будешь упрямым, многие будут бранить тебя за это качество, но ты никогда не забывай, что без упрямства не достичь желаемого. Тебе, Телец, я дарю возможность с легкостью приумножать свои блага, но это получится только при одном условии, если в твоем сердце будет любовь. Постарайся не перепутать любовь и материальное. Помни, что любовь всегда должна быть на первом месте, и тогда у тебя все получится. Тебя, близнецы, я наделяю особым даром. Ты помогаешь людям понимать друг друга, но для этого тебе нужно пройти одно испытание, обрести гармонию с собой и миром. Если у тебя все получится, то Вселенная получит еще одного первоклассного психолога, политика или дипломата. Тебе, Рак, я дарю мудрость, чувственность и чувствительность в одном флаконе. Ты, как никто другой, умеешь помогать людям советом. Пожалуйста, не превращайся в отшельника. Ты так нужен людям. Тебе, Лев, как и Овну, я дарю умение вести за собой народ. Ты всегда помогаешь людям мудрым советом. Пусть они ругают тебя за эгоизм, Если бы не твое эго, а без недостатков люди не умеют существовать, ты бы не смог добиться благополучия. Кроме того, я наделяю тебя широкой душой, чтобы ты помогал всем, кто в этом нуждается. Тебе, дева, я поручаю следовать за своими интересами. Будь верна себе, будь дотошна к деталям и распространяй вокруг себя знания. Если ты последуешь этому предназначению, то вокруг тебя будет царить аура умиротворенности и спокойствия, которой ты сможешь поделиться с другими. Тебе, весы, я дарую тебе умение видеть прекрасное в повседневных вещах. Любуйся всем, что видишь, воспевай все красивое. Способ может быть тот, который тебе по душе. Пение, рисование, писательство и так далее. С рождения ты обладаешь массой талантов. Тебе, Скорпион, я дарю не самый приятный подарок, но, пожалуйста, не обижайся на меня. С малых лет ты сможешь видеть души других. Это принесет тебе немало огорчений, но придется смириться с тем, что в человеке сильно животное начало. Если ты примешь все как есть, то сможешь получить все, что захочешь. Тебе, Стрелец, я дарую возможность приносить людям радость и зажигать в них огонь. Кто бы ни встретился у тебя на пути, тот обязательно познает что-то прекрасное и удивительное. Также рядом с тобой люди смогут лучше узнавать сами себя. Тебе, Козерог, я дарую трудолюбие. В жизни ты сможешь добиться многого, если будешь трудиться. Рядом с тобой люди будут наполняться неуемной энергией, которая поможет им добиться самых разных высот. Тебе, Водолей, я дарую право быть счастливым и свободным в любую секунду жизни. Через тебя я смогу напоминать людям о себе. Не забывай радовать самого себя, чтобы быть в состоянии наполнять других. Тебе, Рыбы, своему младшему ребенку я дарую нелегкую ношу. Ты будешь очень чувствителен к миру и будешь замечать все, и плохое, и хорошее. Ты все будешь пропускать через себя, но только не печалься. В самых сложных моментах я всегда приду на помощь. Как видите, Бог каждому даровал определенные умения, которые основываются на любви к ближнему. Некоторым Он даровал и трудности, но не забыл упомянуть, что в самые сложные моменты Он всегда будет рядом. Шри Матадж, вся наша благодарность к Твоим стопам за то, что Ты всегда рядом с каждым из нас. Мы только иногда это забываем. Так пусть же мы всегда будем помнить, что Мать очень любит нас, и она всегда рядом и готова помочь нам в любую минуту, лишь бы мы только помнили ее. Низкий поклон тебе, Шри Матадж. Джай Шри Матадж. Выполним протокол, пойдем к Кундалини Бандхану. Джай Шри Матадж.